First opened in 2002. There's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. Both teams emerging from the Ford Field tunnels just a short time ago. And, of course, the loudest cheers were reserved for the hometown Lions. They're set to go as they will match up with the Minnesota Vikings.
Season Week 17 is underway.
Taken in the end zone. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Just beating the play clock. Stafford. Flush to his right. He's going to take off with it. And his first pass is incomplete. So he was past the line of scrimmage when he threw it.
And as they say, that's a no-no. Got to be able to understand where you are on the field and not cross the line before throwing the ball downfield.
So the illegal forward pass also costs him a down, and now it's 2nd and long. From the gun, here's Stafford. Throw left side complete. It's Jones. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
3rd and 13.
A shotgun snap for Stafford. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Yannick Ngakoue, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. On 4th down, here's Matt Bosher on the punt. Amir Abdullah deep for Minnesota. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10.
At their own 48-yard line.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 48. On the ground with Bryce Love, the former Stanford Cardinal. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
Love the ball carrier.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Here's Love. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. A quick throw caught by Sharp. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down. Second down, here's Jalen Hurts. Open here, Adam Thielen. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota.
Number 19.
Adam Thielen with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Vikings have taken a first-quarter lead. I'll let you do the analysis, partner, but with every touchdown pass this young quarterback throws and with the success that his team has had, I just continue to be more and more impressed.
Let's both do the analysis. Impressed. Aren't we both?
Yeah.
I mean, why shouldn't we be? We've seen him improve throughout the year. We've seen him settle in now, and you can see the confidence of the team has grown. His confidence has grown. I think that everyone around this guy feels good about what they've seen. And it's also safe for him when he's driving home to turn on Sports Talk Radio. He's okay.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded in the end zone. And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback.
25-yard line.
That's the reason we ball for. Circle around twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. You know, in our research packet this week, prepping for the game, so many articles from the local beat writer about the offensive struggles of this team. What will they do this offseason? What do you think they'll do?
Well, number one, they'll turn to their self-scouting report. And every team that's any good does this. They have outside groups. Check out their team, scout them, and tell you who can play, who can't play, and reasons why. Some of it may just be health. They have to get some guys healthy and back out on the field. But overall, evaluate this squad and make the changes that you need to.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Out of the gun, Stafford. Looking left side, and he's got him in. That's Jones. And they got it well across midfield, down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first?
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. 2nd down.
No gain.
Delayed give there out of the gun. Defense was ready.
Yeah, and I'm not a big fan of a draw play out of the shotgun formation because the quarterback's not having much action where he's getting away from the line of scrimmage. He's catching the football, making a little head fake, and then handing it off. You should be able to read it as they did there.
Here's Stafford now on second down. And his throw is incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Throwing on third down, Stafford. This Minnesota D up to the task on the third down pass play.
It's a great job by this secondary. When I watch them, they remind me of elite defenders on a basketball court, right? They want to contest each and every pass.
Great contest on third down to bring up fourth. Here's Matt Bosher now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. So that'll be marked down as a 19-yard punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
17-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. Look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. Would be ideal.
And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10. Throwing is Hurts. Looking for Jefferson, but this is intercepted. Picked by the rookie, Jeff Okudah. And he will score. Touchdown. Big play there by the rookie. An interception followed by the return for 6 points.
If you want to be accepted by your teammates and coaching staff, make plays like that.
Now Matt Prater for the point after. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Running to start the drive is Love. And he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31.
He's brought down at the 30.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Brings up second and 4.
On second down, Love. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. He was no gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
And it's 3rd down.
sets up to throw it. Short throw to Smith. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a first down. On first down, here's Love. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
33-yard line.
Second down, here's Hurts. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. They'll give him a yard on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
From the gun, it's Hurts. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. These two teams all tied after one. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw, because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up the first down and change our momentum?
And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away at its second down.
22-yard line.
Throwing again. Stafford. Throw left side complete. That's Jones. And out across midfield down to the 45. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Focusing on me, here's from Tel Aviv. Barbados with the hustle, Pakistan, this ain't the destination's all I want to see. Ocean from residence is 3 different ones a week. Cause I deserve that, it's time to learn that. Mess around and put that thing over your permit. 6 figures every year, yeah, I earn that. At the front of this line is where my turn at.
Sometimes you need a friend, not the one that.
So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Back to throw. Stafford. Screen play. Johnson. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Another nice gain. 13 yards that time and another first down.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Throwing again is Stafford. Open man is QT, complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 24-yard line.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Second rounder from Georgia, DeAndre Swift. And yet again, he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Great job by this Vikings defense. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4. From the gun on 3rd down, Stafford. And it'll be intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off.
That's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects him.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is, because the great ones, they'll throw 4 or 5 picks, and while they'll hurt their team, it won't hurt their confidence. They'll think something was just wrong with the ball or the wind or something was funny. It's never about them. That's how they stay so into the moment and into the game.
That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. Shotgun handoff now for Love. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Hurts. And that'll be incomplete. He was trying to find Justin Jefferson there. And it's 3rd down.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Here's Hurts to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
The offense staying out there. They look prepared to go here on 4th and 10. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. They're going for Jefferson. And this is taken in at the 5. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Justin Jefferson hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Vikings have taken the lead. Here's Bailey now for the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game.
Makes the score Vikings 14, Lions 7.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Taken in the end zone. And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback.
25-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get them down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, it does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done. One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Operating from the gun, Stafford. Now be taken in there by Kenny Galladay. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. That one a first down pickup of 8.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Stafford on first down. Steps away to his left. And his pass incomplete.
Well, my initial thought was that maybe he was just trying to blindly throw this one away, and maybe he was. But he's going to get away with it because as he tried to throw it over the left sideline there's a receiver right there in the area, so no grounding call.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. He'll get this one to Galladay. It will be out of bounds just shy of the 40. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 41. Intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And he'll get this back across the midfield, striping down to the 47-yard line. We'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here. Bowie trying to pitch it, and the ball's loose. This is scooped up by the Lions. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line.
And this is where you need the quarterback to morph into being a running back. The ball can't be away from his body. It can't be loose. It can't be held like he's going to throw it. Tuck it away, take care of it, because he's going to run through a lot of traffic.
And if he doesn't take care of it, we're going to see less design runs like that. A throw left side to start the drive is complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the gun, Stafford escaping the pressure right. And he's going to have the hook up to QT. That catch good for only a couple. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Stafford. And this is caught at the end. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Kenny Galladay hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Lions are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Now Prater to add the PAT. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14.
Ties the game at 14. Matt Prater to kick off for Detroit.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
5-yard line. The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And we're under a minute to go here in what's been an even first half, all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. Couple completions, you string them together, could get into...
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. They'll run with Love. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays.
1st down, Minnesota.
That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1.
2nd and 5 at the Lions' 24-yard line.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. He'll look underneath here for Love. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down.
3rd down.
And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash, this from an even 40 yards out. Bailey's kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Matt Prater to kick off for Detroit.
The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you termed that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
9 yards.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Jamie Collins. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8.
It's second down.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. This to C.J. Ham, the fullback. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
It's interesting because when I'm watching college football and I'm evaluating guys for the draft now, my list of fullbacks, pure fullbacks, it's a very short list. I'm probably evaluating more punters and kickers now than I am fullbacks, but it doesn't matter what you call the position, it's who you put there, and there we saw completion.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Love. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 38-yard line. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards the play. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 38. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete.
Hurts pass.
A gain of 6 there on 1st. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
The 32-yard line.
Secured by his running back out of the backfield. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 18. Good work after the catch. Gets him 15 and a 1st down. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. Down he goes at the 10 with a solid pickup of 8.
Complete to Bryce.
It appears they found something that's working, and they keep going back to it. I guess you can actually say he has the hot hands now, doesn't he?
Yeah, well, it's one thing to hit your guy out of the backfield once, hit him a couple times. Yeah, you're right. Maybe they're onto something.
And I think a lot of that is simply if you get it to him in space, more times than not, he's going to get more yardage than you expect out of each play.
And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings.
Touchdown.
Amir Abdullah, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it's in the center of the ring. Jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Fielded in the end zone. And he is out of bounds here on the return.
1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
That catch good for only a couple.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Now a pass, and it's complete to QT. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Stafford throwing on target to Jones. And they got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. And you know what else happened on that play? He just went past 45,000 career passing yards.
He's going to cherish that moment, but he's also going to celebrate it with so many different people. Guys he's playing with currently, guys he's played with in the past, especially offensive linemen who've kept him upright to throw the ball, receivers who've caught it. I mean, just so many people to embrace. And last but not least, a lot of coaches who called a lot of passing plays.
Stiffer challenge now, 1st and 15 following the delay of game. Again, it's Stafford. Side by Jones. And he's going to get this inside the 30. He's been a one-man wrecking crew these last couple of plays. This time 18 more and a first down.
That's the reason we ball for. Circle around twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
2nd and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. A shotgun snap for Stafford. Flushed out right. Got an open man. It's QT. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. From the gun on 3rd down, Stafford. outside, complete to QT. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. Back now at Ford Field, it's the Lions trailing, but with possession of the football as we get set to bring you the fourth quarter. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Stafford. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Anthony Harris. That's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December. Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
They'll start the drive with Love here. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
Brought down. Right.
No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Staying on the ground is Love. They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
He's brought down at the
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
That's out to the left and complete. He's at the 50, the 30, 10, touchdown, Vikings. Adam Thielen with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead. He has really settled in throwing the football, and that touchdown here in the fourth quarter gives him a pretty comfortable cushion.
He may be a rookie, but he's playing like fourth quarter,
the Vikings.
and the QBing is easy. How about this guy? Youngster, not worried about anything, just cutting it loose and having fun.
And he will get into the end zone to bump the lead up to 3 scores.
Lions 14.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. Just too much to handle on the other side in this one. Oh, he lost the football. Stafford puts it on the ground, and the Vikings pick up the football. And they are going to bring this one back. It's a fumble return, a scoop and score for the Vikings. So the big fella gets on the scoreboard with a return for a touchdown. Good thing he didn't have to go too far, though.
You know the trainers were very happy about that. Imagine having to go get him in the end zone, escort him to the bench, and give him the oxygen. They were loving the fact that he got in without having to run very far.
Bailey got the extra point, and the lead is now 24. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score.
Made at the 25-yard line. The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. A nice looking play to start the drive down the middle and complete. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time, down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
Now a first down throw. Stafford. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
For Marvin Jones.
At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Back to the air. Stafford on second down. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. I don't know how well our microphones are picking it up for those of you at home, but Charles, you and I can hear it. A lot of groans right now coming from this crowd.
I don't know if we're picking up what's happening in the stadium or from the people who are supporting this team at home, because it's coming through loud and clear to you and me. This offense, they've been stuck in neutral much of the game, and on that last play, they actually went in reverse. I think this crowd would have liked neutral, don't you?
Yeah, neutral would have strongly been preferred. They'll take anything positive at this point. Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. He lost the football. Stafford puts it on the ground. Offensively lucky they're able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. 1, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But 2, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Lions go for it on 4th. And Stafford. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Daniil Hunter and the Vikings, they have the football now in excellent field position. On 1st down, it's Love, and not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
This defense, Charles, they have unraveled here in the 4th.
In a sense, it's like they're being pressed like in a basketball game, and they just can't get the ball over half court. I mean, no matter what they do, they can't get off the field. They can't slow them down. They're just going up and down the field against them. Yeah, unraveling would be a perfect word for them.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. First throw now for the backup Kaepernick. He's got daylight. He's at the 50. He's at the 30, 20, 10, and he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell and just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
comes the Lion offense. They'll be asked to go for two here. After the interception, here's Stafford. That's incomplete, but a flag is down here, so hang on. Let's see what we've got. I think you'd agree that looked like the right call from up here.
No doubt about it. What everyone has to understand is that the officials are going to be right on the play each and every time. You may not like the call, but they're usually spot on.
Out of the gun, Stafford. Be intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. The 40. Past the 20. 10. 5. And he takes it all the way back. It's a pick two, if you will, as that play backfires in a big way.
20. Matt Prater to kick off for Detroit.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And that pick six a moment ago doesn't change things too much. They still seem pretty comfortable with a three-possession fourth-quarter lead. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way down to the 29. It's a big one there for the Vikings. 46 yards.
Vikings.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Kaepernick now to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked by Emmanuel Mosley. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. Well, they're not making it easy on themselves here down the stretch. 2 picks now in the fourth quarter, trying to hang on to that lead.
Talk about keeping someone in the game. Instead of being able to shut the door, it's still cracked open because they can come back on you now. The only people who are really happy about those picks, any fantasy team that has this defense.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. The interception was a good starting point, but still a huge hill to climb with this 3-score deficit and time fading. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. On 1st down, it's Stafford. Open man is Galladay, complete. Touchdown, Detroit. Kenny Galladay with touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. And the Lions take advantage of the turnover to put up 6.
And that touchdown puts us in a position to have a discussion, doesn't it? Now it'll be a 2-score game after the conversion.
Yeah, I mean, there's no doubt with a 2-score game they're going to have to onside kick it. We'll just see if they've got a miracle up their sleeve.
And you wonder what onside kicks they're going to use and in what sequence if they hope to have a chance to win this game.
Matt Prater to kick off for Detroit.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. Taken about 7 yards deep. And Abdullah will not try to bring it out.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. Well, going for Jefferson downfield. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Justin Jefferson, the rookie, his intended receiver. And it's second down.
It's almost human nature, isn't it? They score on one play. You come out on offense, you try and do exactly the same thing. They tried the deep ball, couldn't quite connect, but give them an A for effort.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Oh, Kaepernick's going to throw it. Oh, going for Jefferson down. And got his man complete. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Justin Jefferson, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Vikings are going to add on to their lead. And now once again, they'll line up to go for 2.
Conversion.
Working from the gun. It's Kaepernick. That's caught at the 1. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line.
46. Lions 27.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw again. Stafford. Open man, he's got him, the tight end Hockenson. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Gain of 4 brings up 3rd.
Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion. Operating from the gun, Stafford, and he'll find Galladay. That's complete. And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Stafford looks to throw again. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
incomplete.
After what they faced during this game where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
Second and 10, Stafford again. That's caught inside the 20. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Marvin Jones, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Lions are able to cut into this lead.
Matt Prater.
You got to understand situational football because they're playing with the lead here late in the ball game. So the back defender has got to be as deep as the deepest receiver. Keep everything in front of you, rally up and make the play.
Yeah, you would think they had the 3-score lead. Now it's down to 2, but 3-score lead here late, that they wouldn't give up a big pass play like that, but they did. So now Stafford will bring up the Lions, and they'll go for 2. Throwing again is Stafford. Dancing to his left. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. So time definitely not in their favor. Down 2 scores, but they'll try the onside kick. And this one travels out of bounds. Unsuccessful there on the onside kick try. Kaepernick looking to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Intended for Irv Smith Jr. Incomplete. Brings up 2nd and 10.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Kaepernick. They're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. So now with 6 seconds remaining, we get a timeout on the field. Here's 3rd and long. Kaepernick needing a big play to counteract the sack. Here's Kaepernick to throw. Lets it fly for Thielen. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end. But now this game is over.
Vikings 46.
Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Minnesota, a final win means they will finish off the regular season at a very strong 12-4. And now they'll await the final seeding for the play.